Alright, moving on here, we got Dragon Ball Z and the Vizbigs. Volumes 1 to 9. This is where it starts for Dragon Ball Z. Goku's son gets taken by his Saiyan brother Raditz, and things go down from there. I didn't talk about like Piccolo Jr. or the Great King Piccolo in Dragon Ball, but that was the big threat. That was the last arc of Dragon Ball. We move into Z, and then Piccolo actually has to team up with Goku because Raditz is such a big threat that they have to team up, which is interesting. It's a common theme in Dragon Ball for the enemies to team up with the good guys, like the androids, for example, or Vegeta, or Piccolo, or like for the new movie Dragon Ball Super Hero, like the Gammas 1 and 2. They end up teaming up with, Goku and all his friends and stuff. But yeah, Bulma is a genius, by the way. She creates all this technology with all that Capsule Corp, and she finds all the Dragon Balls with her own technology, a Dragon Ball radar, which is really cool. And yeah, so we have volume 1 here with the red this time. In Dragon Ball it was yellow with the background, now we have red. I can see like the manga lines in the background there slightly, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, this is Goku. Then we have his brother Raditz, and I gotta remove that tag there. But yeah, it says the greatest fighting manga ever. It's pretty great. And yeah, the Saiyans come after Piccolo, but Goku dies, but then they're able to bring him back during the fight with his Saiyan brother Raditz. And there's an iconic line in Dragon Ball that I love. It's like, his power level is over 9,000, says Vegeta. Iconic. So, we have Goku here. And yeah, Goku has a son named Gohan, and his son ends up being a really powerful fighter, just like Goku is. But maybe even stronger at times. But yeah, so we have volume 2 here. And yeah, very cool with this Goku and his stance there. This is the Frieza saga. There's so many iconic like arcs, story arcs to Dragon Ball, like the Frieza arc, the Android arc, the Cell arc, the Majin Buu arc, the Super Saiyan arc with Vegeta and Nappa, right? And the villains are menacing. I think Cell is the best villain in it because he really knows the heroes. He knows their weaknesses. He knows how to like toy with them and be a villain, So yeah. All right. Moving on here, we got volume 3 of the Vizbig 3-in-1s. We have the Ginyu Force right there. This is where Goku goes Super Saiyan for the first time when Frieza takes out Krillin, and that makes Goku go on to Super Saiyan because his buddy just like passed away from Frieza. But yeah, there's Frieza in the background there. I actually have an action figure of Frieza, and yeah, very good villain, very, very good. But as you can see, these look awesome together. Next up we got is volume 5. Looks incredible. Goku's in Super Saiyan mode, and he's zooming towards an enemy, most likely. But there's like these really dire situations that happen in Dragon Ball where they have to save the world. And it's up to Goku and his friends to do that. There's definitely a lot of big threats in Dragon Ball throughout the series. But it gets really interesting with the Cell saga and the Android saga and how they intermix. So yeah. We have this android who saves a lot of people when he gets blown up, trying to take out Cell. And then that angers Gohan to turn Super Saiyan in Super Saiyan 2. So you have Volume 6 here, with Goku coming towards the viewer with a punch, and he's in Super Saiyan mode. We haven't looked at the art really, so we have the Cell Saga. I remember reading the Cell Saga in my Shonen Jump magazines that would come every month, and my first Shonen Jump magazine actually had the Cell fight. That was the first time I ever saw Dragon Ball, and I was amazed by it. And here's Cell, and yeah, I love it a ton. Next up we got is Volume 7 here. These covers are so great. Goku has a angel halo ring above his head. And yeah, these arcs and the villains and the fights and the art style and everything about Dragon Ball is just iconic and a masterclass of the manga and anime. So we have the Supreme Kais right there. Very cool. Alright, next up we got is Volume 8 with Goku. These look so cool, and it's so cool to see manga like large and awesome like this. That's exactly why I want to see the rest of the Dragon Ball manga, like Super and Daima and on, be turned into a Vizbig. And I also want to see the Dragon Ball Super manga get a manga box set, because I think there's enough volumes now for one. So I think it's about time we get that. So we have Majin Buu with that whole saga with Buu, which is really interesting. And yeah, I love every arc. They're just so different and fun in their own ways, with the villains and the power-ups and the story and stuff, with the Dragon Balls and all that. And then Majin Buu here becomes good, and then Majin Buu here becomes good, and but then there's still an evil Majin Buu, so that's interesting that they have to fight. All right, and then we got Volume 9 right there. So yeah, it's awesome. I love Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and everything Dragon Ball related, even like Sandland. I love that too. Now that game came out this year, it's been a lot of fun playing it. I've gotten a lot of hours out of that game, which is great. There's a new Dragon Ball game called Sparking Zero on the PS5 and whatnot. And I don't have that game, but I want to get it. It looks like a lot of fun. A lot of people are playing it online, and has a story mode and has elements from Dragon Ball Daima and all of Dragon Ball GT. It also has Z, of course, and on. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to leave a like if you love Dragon Ball and you want to see more videos like these. I'll be making more. And yeah, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, peace out.